What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? We are back. And I mean, what up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? And what I mean is we are back. And what I mean is we're back. We're here on YouTube. I got notifications that we wouldn't be back until we amassed a certain number of followers. I have not checked to see who has been following. But if that's the case, thank you guys so much. Follow the socials down below. The YouTube link at the very bottom is now Edge to 1. But a special surprise for you guys. There was so much content on one platform. I lost so much One Piece content that I originally just started to have fun. I read the manga every month. I did not know how big it was going to be. And it turned down to a pretty big group. So it's late. You guys have liked the stream. I have made a lot of friends in the community that are also One Piece content creators. I get to watch them. I get to hear their theories. And it's just very cool. Let me go ahead and take down the social media for you guys. So I enjoy it. I appreciate you guys coming here for these brief spoilers, the full spoilers, the TCB scans, any and everything that I try to bring to you guys. If you're following on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, even though Twitch is fucked up and we can't stream to Twitch right now, hopefully they get that fixed. But yeah, I love it. The fact that I posted shit, the numbers were so low. I was like, oh my God, I had a community. You guys were watching the videos. We were having these discussions. I was getting all these polls. And it's just cool to bounce it off and not talk to somebody that doesn't religiously watch One Piece and try to explain shit to them. But you guys are coming back in. I just love every aspect of it. I love creating the thumbnails. It's always fun and challenging to try to do something that digital creators themselves, which yes, I dabble in digital creation, but I stepped away from art and went into martial arts and music. So to be able to create things that are equally on par, equally cool. I love talking about One Piece. I love hearing the theories. I love listening to native Japanese speakers as they give more context to the show and the manga that I've been reading since day one, since it dropped. Let me put this post out on Twitch, and then we are going to dive into the brief spoilers. I'm not done saying thank you. I appreciate you guys. It is another outlet where I get to dabble into another creative side. And then there's also us, just a community. We talk, we play the Pirate Warrior games. I was asleep, so I don't know what time he did this stream. I just have to hit on this. He was talking to groups while he's playing games about One Piece Pirate Warriors. You guys know me. I did an 8-hour One Piece Pirate Warrior stream. I love One Piece Pirate Warriors. I grew up in a time where Dynasty Warriors was big, Gundam Dynasty Warriors, so I love that type of gameplay. It doesn't get old to me, and the fact that this is one of the few anime series, just like Dragon Ball, Naruto, where they do not promote or push characters past certain points in the manga or the anime, and the creator signs off on all the official moves. Now that's kind of for Dragon Ball. Naruto was more specific, and then you could cross play with characters. But so I was like, we don't need another One Piece Pirate Warriors. I want a 5. But they do need to invest in a way to make a game that is a combination of what they've been trying. I think One Piece out of video games has continued to push the envelope, and I played import. So they're down there, the Grand Cruise, Pirate Cruises, Rushes, all those games. If you had aspects of One Piece Red, Odyssey, I don't know if it's Ultimate or Grand Cruise, the second one, because I think the first one you fought Whitebeard as the main villain, which was horrible. He's whooping ass. But either way, if you combine those 3, I think that'll work, because they have given us an open world. People didn't like the open world. They didn't like the way they traversed. Didn't like that you couldn't switch between characters. Then they came out with another open world and you could switch between characters, but people didn't like that because you were just playing memories. You're not going to get the same thing that you would get with Spider-Man or Batman, but we can have a good One Piece game. Now I'm done with this. Let's get into a rant. Check out some of the other One Piece content creators. They're here on Twitch, they're on YouTube. I love watching their content, and that's all I wanted to say is I love making this content for you guys. I love you guys joining in, and it is good to be back on YouTube. The announcement I have now is there is a YouTube channel specific for anime and manga. So that'll be all my One Piece content. That'll be the reactions to openings, endings, and episodes. Now, the full length episodes we're going to have to do on Patreon and Twitch so you guys can watch them, but I'll condense them down. And then I'll give you some of the behind the scenes or some of the shit that I don't talk about as often for these series. It'll be on Edge to Otaku. I think we have just two videos out now. I'm trying to put all the content that I do have remaining that I have saved there, and then continuing from like One Piece 1160, and then some of the other things. I broke down some Dragon Ball facts, some Naruto facts. Talked about older series like Eye Shield 21. And thank you guys for the list. The list of 40 anime to do watch parties and cover that as extended from Kekkyo Hitman Reborn, which has like an average of 50 viewers every time we do that watch party on Monday. We are now at 72 anime. So I have a long list. I'm going to be talking about anime exclusively, and I didn't want to bog down the gaming channel with that. So Edge to Otaku, go follow, subscribe right now. Let's build up that community, and I'll make these One Piece posts along with Frieren. What else am I watching? Samurai Trooper, Trigun Stargaze, and Sentenced to be a Hero. And then here on Edge 2 Gaming will be specifically gaming content, full gameplay, and breakdowns. All right, so we got this from Pew Piece today, probably about 6 hours ago. I was asleep, woke up, brief fucking spoilers are here, and I'm excited because these brief spoilers not only give us a recap after you think about 1125 we met, like we were still talking to Dragon. We had not gone back into the past yet to actually see what happened to Harald, because 1135 to 1137 is Gunko beating the fuck out of the Straw Hat Pirates and wrapping them up, and then we go into the backstory. So what is said in these brief spoilers? Actually, let's get to the title first, because I like the title. It is not the same as our normal one-word titles. The title of 1172 for the brief spoilers are, "This is the Elbaph That I Love." Perfect title. You'll see why in a second. So the cover story, the cover page request is one that I did not expect to get. Mr. 2 Bond Clay, and I am watching Alabaster right now. I'm rewatching it. So Mr. 2 with some swans. Of course, it's the signature animal. So we start out, it is mostly a recap chapter with characters and map explaining where everyone is in Elbaph, which if we go over this recap briefly, Luffy, well, let's do this. Zoro, Sanji, and the new giant pirates are heading up the Scaft to get to the Sun World from the underworld. Luffy, Loki, actually, Sanji was carrying Chopper and Scopper Gaban using his skywalk. Zoro was on the lift with the new giant pirates, and Luffy is on top of Loki that just defeated the Drogue. And now they're going all up to the Sun World. On the Sun World, don't know exactly where, we have Gunko has wrapped up Jinbei, Brooke, Usopp, and Nami. Saint Somers, I don't know where this motherfucker is. And Gunko has also been taken over by Emu, so it's Gimu now. Saint Somers, something happened to him. Killingham had to pull himself together and increase the hockey or devil power of his creations because he wanted to show out for Emu. And then we have Draw with the pirates and the giant pirates, which is Dorian Brogy, the red and the blue ogres. They have been transformed, as well as some other giants. So this is kind of where we are in Elbaph. We don't know where Frankie is. Ripley, I don't know where she is. She might be up top fighting because Copper came down to the underworld. So we'll find out more at the beginning of the chapter, but that's a gist of what's going on in Elbaph. We still don't know what the fuck's going on up in the Sun World. It is just non-existent to us. Jarul tells everyone because they were having a huge party in the town until the branch caught on fire, and then they saw the kids and shit. He tells everyone in Elbaph the truth about what happened on the day Harald died. Hopefully it's on the PA system they were using, so that way everybody hears this. He also states that Loki is not guilty. Everybody's going to accept Loki in Elbaph. So is Hajrudin. Hajrudin wants to be king of all the giants. I'm calling it now. He takes the throne of Elbaph as the elder son, but there's something special that he does for Loki. And Loki, man, Loki is so good. He can go out on the sea by himself, and if he gets a crew by himself, which I think he should, there's so many characters out there that are not doing shit now that can be called back into the Grand Fleet. He can create a crew of Grand Fleet, just fucking badasses, almost similar to Davy D. Zebek's, and come to Luffy's beck and call. But I do see him joining the Straw Hat Pirates. We'll talk about that another day. So Jarul declares war on the world government, and all the giants of Elbaph agree with him. So all the giants are now against the world government. One of the things that Emu was fucking dreading, because if the giants and let's say the king of Elbaph can control not only all the giants of Elbaph, but also the Galila, Emu uses a foothold. If the Galilei giants were the orchestrators and creators and rulers of the world 1,000 years ago, like I thought, and built structurally everything, that's a huge, you don't want them to reign again, especially Emu. Emu's all about control and power. Emu / Gunko, Gimu, and the Knights of God, Summers and Killingham, are shown preparing to fight. So I don't know what they have to prep for. They're like strong as fuck. So this will be interesting to see. We also have the other Straw Hat Pirates, Jinbei, Nami, Robin. Oh, Robin was also with them. I forgot. She took on Summers and got beat. And Usopp are still bound by Gunko's arrows. Jinbei says that Brook looks like he realized something and took off on his own. Brook is not shown in this panel with them, so not his soul, but his whole body got away. Which I think he's going to sever the connection between Gunko and Emu and help out Luffy, but Luffy's hockey is pretty strong as well as Loki's. In the final panel of the chapter, Hajrudin and the others arrive at the location of the giants who have fallen under Domi Reversi's spell. They know that if they get caught between those affected by the Domi Reversi, they are done for. So in the last panel of the chapter, after hearing this, Zoro says, I've got a plan. No break next week. So 11:37 will be here next week, no break. And it looks like, I don't know what Zoro's plan could be. How many times have we... Zoro's plan that I'm thinking about now, because we just left Little Garden, was to cut off his legs and just attack Mr. 3. And Brogy was like, bah, 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 bah. I like you, little man. Let's do it. So what is he... he's grown since then. But Zoro's all about action. So what is he going to do to try to keep them from getting changed? Because that's all it is. If they get caught in between, boom, they get flipped. Their dark impulses come out. They are imbued by Emu's power, and they get controlled by Emu. So how can they keep the new giant pirates? And I call this the new giant pirates versus the giant pirates, Dory and Brogy. And I think because Dory and Brogy were smaller than Harald, but they were a part of Harald's crew, and I think Harald was... Dory and Brogy are either 2 years older than Harald or younger. Dory and Brogy, one of them takes on Hajrudin, and the other one takes on Loki. That's where I think the match is, because Luffy has to take down Emu with his haki, but he's going to have help from Brook. So now it is Jinbei, Robin, Nami, and Usopp fighting. Nami shot off a fucking black lightning shark with Zeus, who is a S+ homie of Big Mom's, now under control of Nami. At Gunko, it got turned around. If she's taking on Summers with Usopp, long range attacks, he's got thorns, that works. Jinbei, water and karate. Nico Robin, also fishman karate, but her devil fruit against Killingham, who affects nightmares, dreams, and shit like that. That might work, because Jinbei wasn't scared of Big Mom, so does he have dreams and fears that will stop him? And then Robin's kind of lived through everything. Her biggest fear was the fucking Buster Call, and she was going off here. She had to stop Summers here because she has that same feeling as when she was younger, taking these kids, destroying the town. No, we're not doing that shit no more. So I think those are going to be the matchups going further now that we're back in the present. But these are your brief spoilers. Those are my theories for this chapter. We're going to see structurally Elbaph. We'll get to know where Frankie is, but we don't know what he's doing. Also, Vegapunk, Lilith, see if they brought back Stella, and Bonnie and Kuma. Jarul tells the Giants are all going to turn. They're going to back Luffy. Luffy's going to liberate Elbaph and have them join Wano and the rest of his dude, but that's going to be further on. To stop Gunko and Gimu, Brook. Gunko recognized Brook before Imu took over. That's going to sever part of the contract. I think Luffy's going to damage Gunko's arm to where her contract's fucked up. And also his hockey's going to push Imu out of Gunko. And he's going to recall the Holy Knights. Now, the one thing that I'm wanting to see is how much time has passed off of Elbaph to force Imu to come here and try to expedite this process of subjugating Elbaph. And now it's all out war on Elbaph, but the Giants have declared war on the world. And if they're following Nika, if they're following Luffy, we're going to get the Sun Realm, and then we're also going to see the Grand Fleet expand and Luffy start to lead this army that we saw in the third part of the Harley, which is supposed to be the future. So that's why I'm thinking. I'm excited for this chapter. Full spoilers should be out tomorrow or Thursday. And then TCB scans will follow shortly after that. And then Sunday, we will have the live read here. Now, these live streams I have to see if it's going to be, because I didn't know it was going to be back to YouTube yet. And it's going to Edge 2 Gaming 1. I'm trying to get it to Edge 2 Otaku. So that's where we have the live streams for One Piece from here on out. But the channel will also be linked at the bottom of the page on Edge 2 Gaming 1 and vice versa. So thank you guys so much. I'm Elijah 5000, and I do have a prize for you. Listen to this music just a bit because I want you to try to figure out what it is. Hang on, it just switched up. There we go. Oh no, you guys might get this. Hang on. Too low. Might be too low. A little bit. All right, so I tell you guys, if you listen to the music in the background and you can guess what video game or anime theme it's from, you win a prize. Well, one of them, I just got something new in for you. Village Hidden in the Iron. If you are a lifter like me, if you love fitness, working out, but you have an issue. I had a knee replacement surgery or meniscus repair, and it gives me trouble every now and then. I have knee sleeves that help. I was ordering some because everybody right now is really focusing on squats, or it seems like that's going to be the focus of the community and trying to build up quads and going past your toes. So why not protect your knees with some anime theme knee sleeves? Now, these are a size large, so if you're large, let me know what video game theme or anime the song is from for the stream that I'm doing, and you could win these. And these are haiku themed. So I'm a haiku guy. I love volleyball, especially the anime, but there'll be more prizes and they will be themed anime. I'm an anime guy, so we got some Berserk stuff coming in, which is looking fucking phenomenal. But also one anime that I had not seen in a while, I did not know anybody was making shit for, is Kekkyo Hitman Reborn. You guys know it's been 2 months that we've been watching it now, and everybody's all around it. The new series is going to start 2026, so let me know. Send me a whisper or email, and I'll let you know if you win. Thank you guys so much. This has been the brief spoilers for chapter 1172 of One Piece. Join Edge 2 Otaku and Edge 2 Gaming 1 on YouTube. Let's grow the numbers so that way we can do more live streams. And that is the thing right there. I needed to connect to Patreon for you guys. Everybody's wanting the old shit, the old podcast, Superpower Movie Podcast, a little bit of anime, all that shit. I need to be able to link it, and that's the goal. 50 subscribers to be able to link, and then you have access to all my old content. Not all the One Piece manga breakdowns from last year, but everything else before that I still got podcasts, streams. I think there was a special Dragon Ball Daima discussion that we had, and we're getting ready to have a follow up part two now that Stone's finished watching. So follow. Thank you guys so much. Now catch your ass in the next one. Peace.